Still says waiting on blues.
Oh, it says live. Can you guys hear us?
There. We good. We're live.
Yeah, it's running real slow and error has occurred. Try again.
So hi to the people.
Say hi.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Just talk like Don Pardo.
Who does?
Yeah. All right.
What they want.
Tell
Thursday
us what you
night.
want, Johnny.
Thursday night Q&A over on Blues Coins channel. Good to be back. Be back probably a couple of weeks, and then it looks like bowling's going to pick back up again for a couple of weeks to finish the season. They just might cancel it all about, so you'll probably see more of me online here shortly. So I'm Eric. I'm Blues Coins, and I'm a set, variety, and error collector. And welcome to my channel. Dragon?
Mike, what? Huh? Oh. Hey. I'm Coin Dragon, aka Frank. I've been coin collecting mostly linking the errors and varieties, I don't know, for about 25 years or so. I kind of got into the woodies now, as some of you may or may not know. And that's about it. I'm glad to be here. Thanks, Blues.
Thank you, Dragon.
I'm Shay Hoffmaster, Mantic Coins. I coin roll hunt like I'm 4.
That's the way to do it.
And a half, at least. I mean, come on. Give yourself
And there goes the street.
Coins. I love varieties, and I search for them on a regular basis, and I love to learn about them. I'm learning a lot about them, and I like to share. So there you go.
All right. Thank you, Shay. Paula?
I thought I was going last. I was taking a hit.
You got upgraded.
I'm Paula Bloom. I am active on Facebook and some of the coin groups, and I have a YouTube channel. I love doing this coin Q&A. I collect errors and varieties and all kinds of other things, but errors and varieties are what I love to learn about and teach about. Yeah, and I love hanging out with you guys every Thursday.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing our new Q&A t-shirts that everybody will be wearing next week that Ida Herring made. They're beautiful. They're embroidered, Ida Herring, and my Linda Wallace necklace. And this is my stepping out doll that Ida's 89-year-old mama made. She's stepping out. CFA manual here. RPM group lapel pin. I'm just promoting.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles.
All right.
Hi, how are you? I'm Chan. I collect coins. I look at coins. I talk about coins. Every now and then I have some coins, which is a real delight. I have a blog. It's called the 1 Million Pennies Blog Spot or something like that. Well, just subscribe to everybody's channels. You'll find out who they are and what we do. And we got this Q&A set up, over a year ago, and it's become a thing. So be sure to share the link to this channel today in all your social groups, because we'll be on here for 3 hours, probably a couple hours, maybe an hour and a half. We'll be on for a while. Yeah, get into coin collecting. You'll like it. We got plenty of time on hands for a few weeks. It's a good time to promote the hobby.
It's a phenomenon.
All right. Thank you, Ken. And Jeff.
Hey, my name is Jeff Stanley. Like everybody else, I like coins. I like to talk about coins. I like to learn about coins. I like to teach about coins. So my specialty has been nickels, but I've recently gotten into half dollars, in particular the Liberty walking series and the bust halves. And actually, I'm into a little bit of everything, world coins, what have you. It's nothing, there's nothing that has any limits for me in the coin world. But I certainly enjoy coming here and certainly enjoy learning from you all and doing a little teaching along the way.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. All right. Welcome, everybody. Got Ida, Jeff, Linda. Rodriguez is here. Kickstarter. I thought I saw Ant in the chat earlier. So welcome, everyone. It is the Thursday night Q&A show. All right. Anybody got anything? Any last minute words of wisdom before we get started here?
Yeah, like Ken said, share this out because people aren't getting notifications and they're not getting, this isn't showing up in their feeds and stuff. So share it out to groups, share it out to other channels, you know.
Yep.
Get some people in here.
And
As much as we like talking to ourselves, you know.
Yeah, we jump from channel to channel each week. We have a different channel, and Blues has not hosted in a while because he does bowling on Thursday nights. So share it and hit that button and subscribe and ring the bell.
And just to get the elephant out of the room, out of the way with the coronavirus stuff, if y'all interested in knowing about numbers and what's going on and everything, check out Ken's streams. He's doing 2 or 3 a week. He's going through the numbers. He's a lot of good insight, a lot of knowledge on the subject. So make sure you go check out Ken. He's passing on some great information, and that's appreciated.
Excellent information.
And we're having a party when it's all over.
Yeah.
Right here in the backfield.
I'm the designated driver.
Some hamburgers, hit some tents, right? Throw some toilet paper at the fire.
Okay, all right.
As long as my computer don't get a virus, I'm going to be okay.
No way, I'm going to need that toilet paper for, you know, after eating all the top ramen.
Be like the Ewoks at the end
I'm
of
going to be needing that toilet paper.
Did you have a topic for discussion this evening?
Oh, no, I told you I haven't done this in a while now.
Well, put one off the top of your head.
Well, that's put a lid on that, hasn't it?
How about we talk about the Henning nickel?
What's that?
How about we talk about the Henning nickel?
Oh, you're going to put me immediately on the spot. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead and present.
Just off the top.
Present a G.
No pressure, Jeff.
No, I got it. I just wasn't 100% ready. I made a little purchase.
Well done, son.
And I've been kind of watching these things, and I kind of know what they go for. I know what a good price is on these. So I've been paying attention. And this is a Henning nickel. And for those of you all who do not know, there was a guy back in the 50s who decided he was going to counterfeit money, and he decided he was going to pick a nickel as his counterfeit piece. And this is one of them right here. If you collect Jefferson nickels, you can see it's pretty close to the real thing. One small problem, especially with this obverse, or excuse me, this war nickel, this 1944, he left something out. He left the mint mark out.
Oh.
So at any rate, he got his name is Francis Leroy Henning. So he wound up getting caught, but it's estimated he made about possibly 500,000 of these things. Most of them be dumped in rivers up in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, but a few of them actually got out into circulation. He did one little favor for some of us, is he left a hallmark on it, and if you can look on the R in a pluribus, you can see that they call that a looped R. That little hole in the back leg there, that is a sure sign that you've got a Henning nickel. Now there are certain dates for Hennings and certain dates that they're not, but the dates are 1939, 1944, 46, 47, and 53. It's estimated he had several of the die pairs for the reverse and the obverse. So he was able to make several varieties of these. Some of them have a die crack that go from the dome up through the S in a pluribus, in between the S and the U in a pluribus. Some of them don't even have the loop R. You have to go strictly by weight and the fact that it's missing a mint mark. The 39s, 46, 47s, and 53s are really tough to spot. Again, you have to go by look and feel and weight, which is part of the reason why I bought this piece, was because I wanted to see what one looked like in my hands. And as you can see, I mean, it looks, the detail on it is extremely mushy. I did one with some funky lighting here to kind of show the porous nature to the surface, to kind of give you an idea of just how poorly the dies were made from, were molded. The metal is real. I mean, it's a slightly different composition. It's 80% copper. The rest is made up of iron and nickel. Certainly not silver like a war nickel, but it's pretty obvious when you hold it in your hand. To me, having looked through boxes of nickels and seen what war nickels look like, it's definitely not a war nickel. Mine's got a nasty scratch on there, and I'm not really worried about that because you can't send this in to get graded by a third party. They're not going to. In fact, it's technically somewhat illegal to own and trade in these, but it's, I think if you purchase it under the guise of that it's for exonumia, you're not purchasing it as a real coin. You're fine. Some dealers don't like to deal with them. It's kind of dirty, I guess. But I'm just showing some of the right here. I'm just showing some of the pictures of like under the Monticello right there. You can see there's a little bit of you can see some of where the metal's raised up, where he didn't get the die quite right. But it's, as far as the die is concerned, it's pretty close. So that is, in short, a Henning nickel. And I'm in the process of writing up a little paper that I might submit to the ANA and present to my club that's local to me. And I'll certainly have it out there on my blog once I'm done with it. And I'll make sure everybody has a link to it on here.
Very cool.
All right.
So they have value.
Checks.
I just said what?
Oh, the value on them. Well, it's not like they're going to have this in a gray sheet somewhere. The value on them, it's kind of like whatever. So it's like everything else. What somebody is willing to pay. I paid $60 for mine. It's not a bad price. They usually go. I've seen them go upwards of like $90 for this particular one. Other dates, 46s, 47s, 53 are extremely rare or scarce. They're tough to find. Those go for a premium. But again, it's not like there's a gray sheet or anything. It's not like PCGS has a price, or it's not going to show up in a red book.
Yeah. Now you mentioned that coin grading companies won't grade them. If you send it in, will they authenticate it as a Henning and slab it?
No, I think they'll just body bag it as fake and send it back. I don't know. They may come back may say genuine Henning on it. That's an interesting question. It's a good question.
You can't call it a genuine counterfeit.
Yeah, it's genuine counterfeit. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, no, they have been. They actually, I have seen several PCGS slabbed coins that come back as genuine mint damage.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
So yeah, on Joe Cronin's Facebook page, it's like there in the last week, there's been like 3 or 4 that people have shown that it actually says on the label, genuine mint damage.
Yeah, Shay, I just got a headache myself.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Googly moogly.
Yeah, that's kind of mind blowing right there. It made my head hurt.
So I heard the nickels that he dumped in the river, like they only recovered 15,000 of 200,000. And
A lot of it,
they won't let you go into that river area and search or something. It's
yeah, it's because it's something about the rules for the New Jersey parks. They do not allow metal detecting in some of them. So, and that's one of them. And they don't want people nosing around. But every now and then somebody finds something. You know,
not that you would want to be swimming around in any pond in Jersey anyway.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's in Cherry Hill, which is outside of Philadelphia.
He only spent 3 years in prison.
I guess it's a pretty heavy.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long. It was like a $5,000 fine, a few years in prison, and they let him out. And this is his second offense. He was caught in '39 doing silver certificates.
Oh wow!
And when they
did not know that.
And when they caught him in Cleveland, he was making he was trying to make $5 bills.
Okay, so if he made 200,000 nickels, and for each die, and he lost 200,000 in the river, that leaves 5 dies, or maybe a million nickels that he actually got rid of, maybe $50,000, and this is way back when.
But you got to keep in mind, a house was $5,000. Your average, your weekly salary is nothing. Gas is 22 cents.
And all he had to do was pay a fine of $5,000, huh?
I understood he made $3,500 on the nickels.
Oh, really?
So he's owed $1,500.
Yeah,
but his name's in the history books.
It was he had a very slim margin on it, and what he did was, to cover up, he pretended to be a vending machine operator owner. And so first thing he did was he went to the bank and got $3,000 worth of real nickels, and then slowly put them back into the system with his nickels, in with the real ones.
So I wonder if are they more valuable now than they were back when he made them?
Yeah, they're only worth a nickel back when he made them, weren't they?
Well, they were. I don't know what he was.
The market's picking up. Probably 10 years ago, that was like a $20 or $30 coin that you can easily, pick. You can pick one up for $30 off of eBay. But the popularity is getting out there. People know about them. People love the story. I mean, you can always.
I would buy one if I could get it for a decent price, for sure, just to have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a.
He says, did they pay the fine with? Did he pay his fine with fake nickels?
Do they come in woody?
No.
Yeah, I keep searching for them. I mean, I got bags of old nickels that I'm still going through here.
I always look for them whenever I find those. Whenever I go through nickels and I find those dates, I always turn them over and look at them and always I set them aside.
And I don't think I mentioned this. The target weight you're looking for is over 5 grams. 5 grams is a regular nickel. When you start getting into 520, 530, start thinking that you may have a henning on your hands.
I think 5.4 is typical, right? 5.4 is the typical weight, unless they've had a lot of circulation or wear. Yeah.
Well, if you look at this, I mean, this one I have is 5.17. It is on the low end.
Really light, yeah.
It is on the low end for a henning, but look at the wear on it. This thing's circulated for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bought a lot of candy.
And everybody who spent it broke the law.
Yeah. 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 It's what it boils down to.
You're gonna have to give me, Kappa.
Yeah, it's no different than passing a counterfeit bill,
Yeah.
All I find when I'm hunting nickels is 64Ds.
right?
No, man. These things are thick.
Find nothing.
Yeah. I can't even get no boxes. The lobby and my banks are all closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
Can you flick that over, Jeff?
The trick
Oh
is
yeah, absolutely.
the trick is to go through the business line where they have the drawer.
Bingo.
Ah.
Are you presenting me, Blues?
Oh no, do I need to?
Yeah, somebody wants to see the back.
Okay. Sorry, I missed something.
I'll get a close up of the area that you really want to look at.
Yeah.
There you go, Don. And that's what you want to see right there is that looped R. Now, remember, not all of them had it. He had about 5 different reverse die pairs. So just because it doesn't have the looped R doesn't mean it's not real. You have to go by the look of it. You got to go by the weight.
Aren't the 47s one of the years that don't have that? That don't have that you can't tell by looking at the R?
I believe so. I don't know if I've. There's a lot of conflicting information out there, and I need to get a hold of that one book that's at the ANA, David Stuckey's book. That's been way out of print. There's an entire book on these.
Yeah, I sure like to have one for my collection, but I ain't going to spend money for one.
Yeah. Just look for it.
I want to find one in the wild.
Yeah.
I've seen people find them in the wild. I've seen it. And I also, that's where the person found the counterfeit. The counterfeit Henning nickel was in circulation.
Yeah, the genuine counterfeit.
The genuine counterfeit.
Yeah, it had the divot in the R, but it was like super underweight.
Yeah.
You guys want to start with some mail?
Yeah,
I got one from Ida about to pop open here.
Recycling.
let's do
Let's see
it.
if we can open these up.
All right, who's ready?
I'm almost ready. If it'll ever load. I'm
I'm going to put the link up to AeroRest that has the information on the Henning nickels. It's only those dates. So,
Yeah. How about this one? Just because it's a nickel doesn't mean it's necessarily a Henning. One of the
No.
key indicators you're going to look for is the sharpness of the detail. The Hennings are mushy as hell. This looks like a real good 1939. Okay. Like a good sharp strike on some of the hairlines, especially mushy. We'll have Jeff put his back up again.
Yeah.
And again, here you'll see you got nice sharp out where the wear hasn't taken it out. You got good sharp issues around these details up here above the dome.
yeah, that's normal. You got to weigh them too, Ida.
There you go.
This has a weight of 5.0.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's
we
a
go.
1939 though. Good for a book.
Just soft and mushy.
Mushy, mushy, mushy.
But each obverse and each reverse die tend to have some markers to look for to help authenticate it.
Yeah.
Ida. Well, I tried.
It was struck in sand too.
Always ask.
That's one of the big advantages of with these shows and these streams we're doing is we're getting information passed along for these collectors so they can learn. And
Keep notes.
Point. It's the whole point of this. Yep.
when I first started out, I mean, I was posting pictures of everything. Is this something? Is this something? And someone finally texted me or instant messaged me, and it's like, you need to do some reading on this site and this site and this site.
Yeah. Yeah, I posted a couple too, and I learned real quick, and I just ended up watching everybody else post.
Yeah. What's going on, Hidden? There's Farm Dog, Jeff,
Ida says it's a 1943. I think it has a die crack in the back.
Hello.
It's a penny.
That's a sharp one.
That's kind of cool.
Nope.
Let's
Not
No.
like, okay, that's a die crack.
Yeah.
This is different though.
Yeah. You get a little bit of everything on this one. Yeah, the 43s, you get a lot of die cracks on it because again, it's a heavier metal than there was used than they were used to striking. They struck copper for 34 years to begin with, plus the Indies before that. But now you got this special thing, and it's Jesus made out of steel. It's a little harder than copper.
just a little.
All kinds of cracks in these things. Lots of die wear.
Yeah, that's die wear on that Dave.
But above the N is different. That's a feeder finger mark.
Yeah, that's a nice die crack coming from the L down into
Uh-oh.
the O and 1, and then it looks like it went to the left a little bit.
It looks kind of like damage. Let me look at this other one here.
Oh, it went to the right. Yeah, that's a nice die crack. I like that one.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
pretty.
keep every die crack. I got a great 1917 around here somewhere.
I have to say, Ida has been really, really paying attention. You talk about someone who's going diving head first into this hobby. She's finding some cool stuff.
She's burning it up. She's got some really nice stuff.
Yeah.
What was it last week? Was it a double die?
Yeah, so 41 double die, and then she also had an RPM, I believe.
Yep. One thing we're doing with this SAN database is recording more and more things besides just RPM and DDO. We're expanding it to include all sorts of things, including significant die cracks.
Yeah.
And this is not a small one. Could you get some photos of that, nice and sharp and clear and upright? I'll see what I can do to add it into the database. I know somebody.
Ida, Puzzle Coin has some listings for certain types of die cracks, like the spiked heads and rim to rim die cracks and stuff. But just normal die cracks here and there. It's you can't really. It would be impossible, I say, to list all of them.
Many lifetimes of work to do.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Because they progress,
Okay.
and
All
then
right.
they go away.
Can you show the next one, or you ready for the next email?
Yeah.
Or you want to, Ken, you want to show off the database?
I'm trying to find 1943 here. I made it up there. What do we got in here? I don't have die cracks for 1943 added yet, but I've only got a few to add. Let's see. How about 43D? It should be up here somewhere. No. S's? I don't have die cracks for 43 added. No matter.
Soon.
It's a process.
It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending process.
You ready, Shay?
Yep.
I can read it. Daniel C. 2 coins. Hi, I found these. What is your input? Thanks. On the first one, what you're seeing is the piece of trim molding on the building is 2 lines that go across. They do go all the way like they're supposed to, but it also about 3/4 across. The 2 line being the trim piece jumps down and doubles down all the way to the rim. It's showing 2 pieces of trim. Here are the pics of the rare coin number 2. This coin still has all the luster on the coin also. Okay. Oh, I think we saw that. Didn't we see that one last week?
Yeah, but I had him send me some pictures of the other side on the other coin. I didn't know if I couldn't remember if we showed this one or not. Did we decide it was linear plating blisters? I mean, linear plating bubble thing? Blister?
It doesn't look like one. It looks more like
a real straight
dye gouge or something. Huh?
That's what I'm looking at.
What are you looking at?
Shoddy carpentry. Linear plate bubble. It's not inconsistent with that. It actually extends past the building, and there's no distortion of the
Is
corner.
there another picture? Yeah. Yeah, that one looks more like it, but I don't know. Oh, yeah.
I'll bet that wasn't a union worker.
Terrible cornice work.
Yeah.
That is a plating.
That is a linear plating blister, correct. Yeah. Yep.
100%.
What's the blue? What is that blue stuff on that coin?
No, probably ink from a pen in a pocket.
Smurf.
I can't do anything with that.
No.
This one's maybe slight misaligned, but let me check and see if I can find a reverse of it. That's not it. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that is it. Okay. Yeah, it seems like. You know, very slight. Very slight. All right, it's only on one side.
Was that what the question? I don't remember the question.
Yeah, that was one of them. And then the other was a greaser. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I think. Oh, so many pictures. Hold on. There.
That's a greaser.
Mm-hmm.
That's a greaser.
That's kind of like that one that Chris showed last week. Greasy Ghost.
There's some significant missing. It's still, you can kind of see it up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's an aggressive greaser.
Yeah, that's pretty significant for a greaser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're in. All right. That was it.
That was it. Everybody wave at the camera.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of how seeing the whole picture, the whole coin can tell you so much. Because when you first look at that, the first picture we looked at with just that little spot, it's hard to tell that that's without seeing that whole linear plating blister going all the way across. It would be hard just from that one little area to tell exactly what that is.
Yeah. We lost Coin Dragon. He said his neighbors are being really rude, and I guess they're being loud and stuff. So
he has terrible neighbors. They like to bang things and Ida, a greaser. Ida's asking what's a greaser. So they use, when they use the equipment, Ida, they will often like grease the dies and the equipment around
We don't grease the dies, but the moving parts, they do.
the moving parts. And when they do that, some of that will get onto the die and fill in those areas that are incused in the die around the device, on the fields, and anything that gets in between the die and the planchet, you'll lose, like you can lose parts of the date. You can lose the whole date. It'll just wipe it out. And that's what that was. It just showed as kind of it like blurred it out, is the best way I can describe it. It makes it blurry looking, and or can completely wipe out the devices.
Yeah.
They get clogged. Those remember on the dies, the devices are in use in the dies, and they'll get clogged with that stuff, dust and grease. And when that happens, you don't get any design on the coin when it is stamped. I'm losing my words again, you guys.
All right.
You're doing fine.
It's minted. I'm getting dementia. I'm convinced I'm getting dementia. I'm losing my mind. I can't think of words. It's not funny.
Your buffer has about 12 words in it. So
As long as you guys just, if I start forgetting my name.
all right, I got the next one from Ida here. Ida has 1960D. I'd like to know if this is correct. I'm thinking after doing some research that this is RPM 1MM001. That's copper coin nomenclature. Or WRPM001. That's Wexler RPM. If I researched it wrong, please help me to do a better search. I appreciate you so much. All right. Let's do it.
Oh,
Mine,
goodness.
right? Hello.
Nice picture, Ida. Let's look at mint mark placement.
That one's pretty.
Let me check Wexler's RPMs.
So Ida, instead of trying to explain that to you through my jumbled words, there you go. There's a link.
Ooh,
That was
that's a
cool,
pretty RPM.
right?
Yep.
It's a top 100. I would agree with your assessment.
Yes.
FS 102, you could add to that.
Yep. Very nice, Ida. Very well done. Good eye. She's
My
killing it. She's killing it.
Now, what direction is that, Ida?
Everybody just got quiet.
Well, we're waiting for Ida to answer. Don't answer.
I know this one.
Don't answer.
I know.
The secondary mint mark is considered the lighter mint mark. The primary is the deeper, bigger, more defined mint mark.
There you go, Ida.
There
Wet.
you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
All right, nice find, Ida.
Very
Pretty
nice.
pretties. My precious.
Should put that right next to her 1941 double die that she got.
Okay. Watch this.
Finding more and better stuff than I have.
I know. See, yeah, that's why I put my little thing up.
Yep. Art Ring has this group over on Facebook. It's the RPM group, and he made these. They're pins. You put them on your lapel or a banner or whatever the heck. But let's have a look at that, because the background of that is a 1960 D RPM. And I can put that under the scope. And let's see if we can compare this to what Ida has. Let's see, where's the scope? There it is.
I have it on mine too.
Nah, that is the same darn thing. It's a prominent, well sought after, almost downright famous mint mark, because it's a bold, easy to see, easy to identify piece. There it is, and this is a
Not easy to find.
60, the large date. There it is. Yeah, highly collectible.
Yep.
There you go.
when you have an RPM that you can see with the naked eye, you've got a good one.
Yeah, at least
I
get
have
up.
eight BU rolls of 1960D large dates coming, and I will be looking for these. So
Yeah, people go through rolls of 60Ds like hotcakes, man. You know, they're a couple of bucks for a roll. Pick up a few. You'll probably find something. Yeah, that's a peach.
Now, Copper Coins had some more diagnostics, and he had these vertical die scratches going through the date. You can kind of see some of those to the left of the Y. Now, there's another one, a horizontal die scratch that goes off the top of his chin here, but you can't really see it in this. You might be able to see just a little smidgen of it right there, but it goes off in this direction here.
Yeah.
you're going to lose a lot of die markers when they start getting worn like that. But the good thing is with that RPM, you don't need any.
Yeah.
Well done, Ida. No, you should not have it graded, Ida. It's a beautiful RPM, but the coin itself is not.
What, about $7?
In that grade, probably, yeah.
I give it $2 to $5 in that.
Yeah.
And we've got another one from Ida.
Yeah. Remember, Ida, you know, a lot of the value on these errors and varieties is dependent on the condition of the coin.
She sent another one.
But it is a beautiful RPM.
Well, my herring a 1969D. Hope I'm not sending in too many, but I'm coin raw hunting, and by gosh, I'm finding lots of neat stuff and wanted to share. This one I can't find because I don't know what you would call this, but on the reverse, it has a floating roof and no FG. Wait a minute. This is a 1969D floating roof and no FG. I would like to know where to search for strange things like this other than eBay.
Errorref.com.
Uh-huh.
The same one same website I put up for you. Read the whole stinking page.
Yeah, floating roof. 1969s, was it 68, 69, 70s are really good for the floating roofs, no FGs, and they're basically just greasers.
Over polished die.
Over polished, over braided dies.
Over polished. Thank you. I stand corrected.
Yep.
I told you it's been a while.
I've got on the blog about the no FG and floating roof, and there are several dates. 69D, 71D, 72D. You're going to find them, right? Here's some pictures I think from Denise Catania who sent these. You're missing the little FG over there on the side, right? They've been polished off. And you want to look at the roof. There's two little lines on the left of that cornice work, on the left of the high roof. And if you polish the die a little heavy, they're going to disappear. That's all it is, just an over-polished die. But BCGS began to certify these things way back in the day until they decided, wait a minute, these are so darn common, we're not going to certify them anymore. So there are some that have been certified as a floating roof and no FG by PCGS, and these draw a pretty handsome premium because it's a discontinued series as far as PCGS is concerned. They won't certify new ones. There you go. Here's a 1972D, and again, no FG, and the roof. Well, it's pretty close, but there's no FG. Yeah. Should you pick them up and save them? Absolutely. You know, people like them. They're interesting. I've got a whole list of coins to hunt for on a cheat sheet here. There's a 1969. Where is it? The no. Yeah, I just have it listed as no FG here, but other dates. And this will give you some other idea of what else is out there. There's lots of things to find, but these don't carry a premium. In the Facebook groups these past, well, I don't know, a month or two, they've been all the rage. People hunting for these floaters,
Yeah.
but they don't bring a premium. They might, if you need to sell the darn thing, it might go for $1 as like a consolation fee or just a convenience fee. But I wouldn't give them any more. You could find them.
Now I do. Jody Gomez actually was talking about them, and he said that in high grade, they do carry a premium in high grade because they're super hard to find in high grade. So I don't know if that's something new or.
Maybe in certain circles.
I'd say they're common enough. You should have one in your collection.
That's right.
They're known. We know they're out there, right? You got several dates that have this. Geez, put one in your collection. You got the regular roof and with the FG. Well, here's the over polished die as well.
I've literally found a whole roll of BU floating roof, no FG.
Now the $50 ones do command a premium, correct, Shay?
Here and there. There's no, there's a number of dates. 72D, 73, 77, 82, 83, 89, 74D. Yeah. They have a little bit of a premium. I've never sold one, so I don't know.
Yeah. I think that
buy them either because I can find them,
This type of thing, I think, is it is dependent on like how common they are. Because this actually is no different than the 3.5 leg buffalo or the 2 feather buffalo. They're all over braided dies, but those 3.5 legged buffaloes, there aren't very many of them.
Yeah, and Spike had mentioned 69, and Brian Hooper mentioned 70D, and the $50. Yeah. Those are silver, so there's a little more value there, probably.
Yeah.
They're
fun. They're fun to find. They're fun, Ida. It's awesome that you're, finding them.
Yeah, get the regular one with the FG and get the one with no FG. Put that down in your notes. Write it down.
Heck yeah.
One more thing to find.
Yeah.
I found one about a year ago in Dunkin' Donuts change that was about an AU, and it's got a die clash on it as well on the front, which was nice, a nice find.
Yeah.
And now you finally got the 1982 small date versus large date figured out. Outstanding.
Yeah.
I'll read this one. Bizarro Williams, Sea Hag. Hey guys, after looking over my proof sets, I noticed one of the stars on this ugly beast is not like the other. In PCGS coin facts shows me the 80S with all the stars looking normal. Thoughts?
Susan B. Anthony had no problem with social distancing.
This beast. Stars.
Oh.
Well, that's stretched right out. I'm going to guess that's an over-polished die, too. You got a lot of heavy polishing marks going northeast, southwest. And the leading edge of that would be where it's heavily polished. Now, compare the size of that giant star to one of your next star over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can't shift the screen. Yeah, but this is also consistent with over-polishing. And it's definitely going on my list.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Because if you polish the die, you start at the field. So any devices, if you keep on polishing too long, they're going to get thinner and thinner on the finished coin. Yep. That's a 1980S OPD. I like it.
No, they would have to actually have polished inside the device
Now that's closest to the field, so that's going to be the first part that would disappear.
Yep, that's the first thing to go. If you look at the next star down, same position. That's actually about that 3 o'clock arm on the star is about the same size. But the other 3 at noon, 10 o'clock, and 7 o'clock, those are looking a little stubby. What do we call it? The shooting star?
Whoops, Bobby! I thought these large stars, went all the way around.
Kind of looks like an airplane.
No. Yeah, that's cool. Never seen that before.
That's a good eye right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's attention to detail right there. I would have been just like, she's ugly. Bye.
I will say this: star devices are excellent pieces to look for when you're looking for new stuff, new double dyes, new varieties, because stars will show up. You'll get a lot of splits and stuff like that on stars. I mean, that's how I find a lot of my Jefferson nickel varieties, is from the stars on the obverse.
Mm-hmm. Can I use those photos in the database?
Sure.
Don't they belong to us once they send them to us? I thought they were just ours now.
We can maybe send them an email. I haven't seen Bizarre Boolean in the thing here. All right. Let's see. Grab the next one here.
There's one I've added to my notes.
See, now you're going to make me look at all the hags to see if I got
I don't touch them. I kind of move them around with a stick.
Poke them. You ugly beast, you. Sorry to all the FBA fans.
She's starting to look pretty nice.
Oh my gosh, Eric. I'm going to start poking you with a stick.
From Super Silverman, cherry picked. You got a recent score. Let's see it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the armored truck from
I still don't have one of those. But I have one of these. Ambulance.
Yeah, you do. You got the pink one too.
I did.
Oh, that's a Hot Wheels? I need to get one of those.
Yeah, they came out late 2019. They could still be found in the dump bins and on the pegs. I come across them every once in a while. I think I got 8 or 9 of them sitting around here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, the armored truck, man. I love them. I got a whole collection of them myself.
I need one. You and Chris Rhodes have them, I know.
And when you can add a novelty like that to your coin collection of just something as simple as an armored car, it's 94 cents. You can't go wrong, and it's a nice little novelty, little collector's piece to talk about. People are like, "Oh, look at all the pennies and nickels." Hey, look, an armored car.
Yeah.
Super Silverman, the dang mint mark again. So after the 1974 quarter potential RPMP last week, I now go check Variety Vista for the mint mark styles. It is indeed the doo-doo style again. But that being known, I still like your opinion on this one. I'll attach a photo of the reference mint mark so you don't have to search it. The doo-doo mint mark, huh?
The doo-doo mint mark.
The blobby mint mark is usually what we call this, but this was that special. Yeah.
That is the sans serif mint mark used back in the 50s. Or no, the straight serif. That's a broken mint mark punch.
Yep. See, there's his picture of MMS002. Well, that's a match. Still interesting. Interest factor higher than normal mint mark, in my opinion. But all right, let's see. See what Listen has.
I'm liking it. Of course, I like everything, so it's. And we're back up again. All right, there you go, Mantic.
Oh, you want me to read too? Oh, okay, hold on.
1996 nickel. Is this a delamination? At first glance, I thought it was a slice from a knife or something, but after looking at it closer, I am leaning towards a lamination error. Why? Notice in the middle where it kind of looks broken. The lam keeps extending further into the rim without being raised, whereas a slice would be all the way through, which you think. And this is from Liston.
Is that?
I'm leaning more on the damage side, but I would.
Am I seeing that right?
That limb says damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite jagged. I'm looking for pushed up metal, but the picture's just not quite clear enough. We think we got some here. So when you cut through the metal, you're going to have metal kind of raised on the edges and a little jagged.
Displacement that's going to come up on both sides.
That's the word.
And that piece on the rim kind of gives it away to me.
Yeah. I think we're unanimous on a not lamb, or is anybody holding out?
I just got back. I had to use the facilities.
I'm saying not lamb.
Okay. Well, Listen sent another. Let me get that one pulled up here.
I'll be right back.
$1972 DDO number 3. I found this looking through bankrolls this morning. Never found a 72 DD before, so that'd be a double die. I'm super stoked about it, but before I get too excited, I just want to confirm it is a double die. I would also like to confirm the attribution number for it. I've never been very good at attributing these things. My guess is 3. Sorry, my picks aren't the best today. I had to use my phone.
It's kind of starting to look like a DDO. We got extra thickness here. We got separation lines, and in God we trust along the W there. We got doubling down here on the B and E of Liberty and the L all over. Nice.
There, close up of the 2.
Nope.
37 windows open. Left side is what we're looking at. We want to see extra meat on the left side, like on the T. We can see pretty clearly on the U.
Yeah, I'm liking that one for a DDO.
There's kind of a little bit more separation on the B than I remember on the 3.
That should be right.
Yeah.
I've got it on the screen if you want to look at it.
A lot of the separation on that B is on the lower portion.
Be on should be all 3 of the vertical side sections of 3, as well as all 3 of the E and better specimens. You have a die gouge under the front of the bust that may be apparent.
Yeah, usually like right here, right?
Oh, I'm looking at, I got 16 different things I'm looking at. We're looking for a die scratch from the E of Liberty going upwards and to the right. A die gouge in the front of the bust. Some scratches at the top of the 1 in the date. Some heavy scratches going through the G in God. Yeah, the one by the bust is going to be pretty darn small.
Yeah, this one's not going to show any markers.
That's pretty beat up.
It's a real nice find for roll hunting.
Yeah, but the shape of the 2, see, it's kind of V-formed, right? Then you get the B over there, and Liberty really says, yep, I'm a number 3. So start with the broad pattern, then go down to the finest details for verification.
I think I do have a 3 handy somewhere.
And that L looks like a little hockey stick too. That's a nice marker.
That's a good one. That fills the hole in your Dansko for 1972 double die.
Yeah.
What is there? There's 7 different ones for 72.
One moment, let me pull that one up.
There are, according to Kaneka, there are 9 cherry pickers, and then another one.
Okay, Variety Vista has 10. Wexler has 26. Copper Coins has 18 at least. There's plenty. Then you have your master die doubling.
Yeah, that will fool people in a minute. That master die double has gotten me a couple of times.
Spike Chad says, when does a rotated die become valuable on a Lincoln cent? About 45 degrees, they start to really pick up a premium. That L looks like a hockey stick, all right. How'd you find this so fast?
I told you I've been inventorying and locating.
I stuff it in a box. I'm good. When the box is full, I throw it up on a shelf.
Shay, you outdid me on organization. My gosh, man. I am so proud.
Good shape on that one.
That's pretty, Shay.
Thanks.
Yeah, see, I got 3 72s, and they're up here someplace.
Well,
Don't ask me what box, but they're up here someplace.
I've been on a hunt to get the first, 35.
Yeah. That's like collecting a 1960 RPM set.
Well, it's a little less than that. A little less than what, 185?
Yeah.
Or the 59D at 285? Yeah.
I'm bound and determined to get the 55D RPM set with what I'm going through. I can't even show anything off because none of my camera systems wants to work with this program.
I'm gonna tell you, grab a stick and just whoop them.
Yeah, well, I tried beating it with the stick, and it was nothing but an earthquake. And then I thought of Ken shaking the camera.
Give it a shake. From Double Me Up says, look at a 1900. Is this a DDR? Specifically looking at 1 cent and the inside edge of the wreath.
Ooh, 1900?
Ooh.
Nope. Long anchor doubling would typically be around more of the device than this. But I'm not ruling out long anchor doubling just yet.
Yeah, it tends to be. I usually, if I see it on one side, I tend to see it on the other side.
Yeah, I don't have complete listings yet for 1900.
I don't think there's anything in my book for it. Let me check. As soon as I find my glasses. And I can't see nothing without them. 1900. No, my book's not showing nothing, but it's an incomplete guide.
Let me see what my list, if I have anything on my list. I think 1900. I'm interested in this zero a little bit.
Snow has 33 listings for 1900.
How you doing, CJ?
You gotta always look for the RPD or the misplaced dates and repunch dates.
Variety listings.
Uh-oh. What did I just do?
What program am I using? I bounce around. I use Corel Photo Paint. I also use Adobe Photoshop. Tonight I'm using Corel.
I was hitting buttons over here, and I don't know. I'm making sure I'm still here. I was typing on the wrong keyboard again. Happens a lot.
I can't debunk Longacre or MD as possibilities on this one yet. CJ probably has a book out. He says inside of the O is Longacre. Outside the O matches the same direction as the flat shelf like on the wreath.
Yeah, I see what he's saying. Yeah.
So you get a combination of Longacre inside and MD on the rights of these.
That is a distant dog.
Oh, that's mine. we We lit the kitchen on fire tonight, so I've got the windows all opened up in the house.
Nice.
Nothing better to do.
Hey, they say all this confinement that we're doing are going to make people better cooks.
Oh yeah,
Hey, we're gonna have a new baby boom generation too, I think.
yeah,
Hey, Jeff,
yeah.
you cannot use the smoke alarm as a timer.
About the
Well,
supper alarm.
that's how we knew we had a problem, because we were in the living room waiting for dinner to finish cooking. What we had done was we've got a pizza pan that's got holes in it. It's supposed to crisp up the crust, but you don't put garlic bread on that because the butter drips down and gets on the pan in the oven. So we didn't burn it down. I was exaggerating, of course, but it made a mess. It stunk up the house something fierce. So that's why you hear the barking dog.
All right, let me see. I think I got the next one ready. Let's.
All right.
We ready again?
Yeah.
69. What is this? I'm thinking it may be a clash that wasn't covered very well, or a lamination possibility. All right. Oh, nice fields.
Hmm.
What the hell is that?
Damage.
Is that incused or raised?
Looks to me like something scraped the surface and pushed up metal when it scraped it.
Yeah, I see that at the bottom now.
It's not radial. It doesn't point to the center of the coin. I'd say at a dime it's scraped across the top there. And you've got similar marks on the vest, on the lapel, on his head.
That's a shame too. That was a nice condition coin before that happened to it.
Yeah, I think that's just damage.
Well, see if it's got a floating roof. It's not a D, but check it anyway.
Run it through the paces.
Yeah.
It looks.
Look normal to me. Let's see. Do you have ants?
I've got his, but I can't quite make out the photos so well. Let's see. Here's the screen. And he says he's got a 10/10 S, RPM south. And I can't tell on the 2 center. But let's have a look at the 1910. And there it goes. Oh, it's a darn shame. We got some marks all over the rim here. But your placement of the mint mark is spot on for RPM number. Where the hell did it go? That's not it. I got too much stuff open here. I've totally lost it. Was this it? There you go. You got a Konica. Check out their website, varietyvisa.com,
Yep.
and compare your coin and especially the mint mark location for 1910S over S number 1. It's almost directly under the 1 in the date. Looking at your piece, that's a real good location. There's a little some damage on the 1. It's been shoved up just a bit, but I want to look at the bottom of that S. Okay, because if you can show up this extra S underneath the S, then you get a winner. If you can't find that, check for die cracks in pluribus and unum. But position's real good. Another possible die crack at 7 o'clock on the reverse. Where'd you go? But I'm not going to be able to tell anything with these photos. We can zoom in more though. Where's the button for that? That's the best I can get with the image, but it looks like you got some distortion on the S as well. So we're looking in this area. The location looks real good.
Yeah, he said he couldn't get real good pictures, but I told him to send them anyway.
Send them anyway. And the other is a 2-center. Here it is. Da-da-da, 2 sets. Dude, these are fully collectible.
Love.
Okay, big chunk of copper, right? You got some weave. This is probably very fine condition. You got a few doo-doo marks on it here and there. But he's wondering if it's a repunch date, misplaced date, and I just can't tell with the image quality here. We may have something beside the 9. We may have something beside the 6. Maybe there's something in the 6, but the 8, the inside circles kind of have a different shape. That's what I would use as a definitive marker on these. Let's see, where the hell's the book? What color is that one? Brown? 1969.
I had to eat my dinner. Sorry. I hope I don't have corn in my teeth.
I want to look at this, and let me pull this up under the big camera here. Let's see, where's that one? Home. There it is. Okay, right here. That's what I'm looking at. Is the shape of the insides of the 8, especially this one, which points to repunch date number 6. See how it's a little squarish and flatter on the left side? I don't see anything on the side of the 9. Of course, it's cropped over here. But check your date position. These were repunched. They were punched in by hand. That's why you get repunched dates. Check your date position compared to the little annulet at the bottom of the shield.
He said it's FS 301.
FS 301. Okay, I got no cross reference on that one. Let's go back to the image here. That's looking real good. It's close to the annulet. Where's the cherry pickers? That's volume 1. Where's the other cherry pickers? Why is it always on the bottom of the stack? There. There's too many books here. Let's pull up FS 301. There we go. Okay, here we got FS 301. There we go. And again, the date is close to the annulet. Check that one out. See how it's flattened out on the left side? And on a pointy stick here. In the cherry picker's guide, we're looking for some re-punched date just above the date, right? I mean, it's close. But down below, this is the misplaced date. Down here, just above the denticles. Now, with your image quality, it's going to be hard to see. Let's see, screen. There you go. So I'm not going to be able to see anything down here at the denticles, but this is very promising. I can't make anything above the date. Maybe a little shadow here, but just not good enough to point it out. I'd say you're on the right track. You'll have to use the information you have available to verify it with the coin.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken, they've got a picture of that on NGC Variety Plus. It's got a pretty good picture of it. I can put that as a link in there, and he can use that as a comparison that he could follow up with electronically.
There you go. I can't do anything with those images.
So I'm gonna stick that in the chat, and that should take you right there to the variety.
Thanks for sending them though, Aunt.
There's some promise with that 2 center.
Oh yeah.
I think he's pretty sure that it is. I mean, Ant's a sharp fella, so he just wanted to know if we wanted him to send the photos anyway, even though they weren't good photos. But
Oh yeah, always try.
he's a sharp guy, so he's probably got it right.
I won't complain about looking at a nice two center.
Ever. Ever. Right now, I just show me your coins. That's all. I don't care. I got nothing of my own to look at. I'm happy to look at other people's. Well, I do.
You get about 1,500 surviving specimens on those 1869 2 centers.
Yeah.
They are terrifically undervalued.
Mhm.
From Captain Giga, he's got a DDR. Last week, I was lucky enough to buy a few pounds of silver 64 Kennedys,
Pounds.
11.3 times face. That's pretty good. Which was under melt, and the majority of the silver was sold out across the country. You can't get silver.
Nope.
Of course, I searched them for varieties. Can you tell me? Can y'all let me know? Is this the DDR number 1?
Shay.
Everyone paid attention to Mantic. He'll tell you.
We can all take a break. With Shay.
All right.
Please tell me you took pictures out of the flip.
Looking good so far.
Yeah.
That's a
Looking
cut.
good. Now there's three double die reverses that aren't proofs
Look
on
at that T in
64.
that.
I want to check. I want to check if it's a flare G, but I can't. I'm pretty sure it is though. All 3 of the DDR varieties are flare Gs anyway. So, all right. So let's see. We've got DDR 001 or 13 or 14. So those are our choices. And I think, let's see. So DDR, all of them have splits. DDR1 has stronger splits on states, as well as the stars around below states of America, and in between the banner itself, and $half. America has the lower edge, but I can't make out America. I kind of see a split on the A, maybe. So it's not 14 because the splits on states is different. So I got it down to between 13 and 1 at the moment, and I don't believe it's 13. So yes, I can confirm. I happen to have one nearby.
You do. Of course you do.
You'll find it in less than 30 seconds.
I bet you he knows exactly where it's at.
Right?
Takes me 5 minutes to find greens.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me get some focus in here. It's upside down.
Everyone turn your screens over.
All right, so we got the splits. We got the splits on the on states. We got splits on the stars.
And I think the key indicator is going to be the direction of the splitting.
Yeah, and they match up pretty good with his. But see how the bottom of the letters also have splits?
Look at that one. Look at that star. Yeah. Pretty strong.
So you want to check the bottoms of America and half dollar
Make you holler.
with a
Show the flared G. Flared G. Just in case anybody was wondering what you were talking about.
and you've also got some on the on Unum on the banner here.
Cool.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, stars and bottom of America, all there.
All right, good. Yeah, I would confirm then that it's the you got it properly identified, sir.
Was that a cherry pick or just a happy accident?
Mine?
No.
Oh, his? Mine was in I'm pretty sure mine was found coin roll hunting.
So
His was a bullion purchase, a mass bullion purchase.
Yeah, that's right. He purchased his in bullion.
okay. Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, well done, sir.
That's a happy accident, and those are always good.
Oh,
Well done.
of course he wants a grade. Well, you got very nice tail feathers.
Hi, Blues.
Hi, Paula.
Right?
Hi, Jen. Hi, Ken.
Again.
Hey, how are you? has a pretty decent premium in uncirculated grades. And you're probably at least AU on this one.
Yeah, I would definitely say somewhere between XF and AU. It's you got a lot of detail on that. It's nice, and you got luster. So I'm leaning more towards AU. Yeah. Yes.
This is fun. I love seeing all these things people are finding.
I'm just glad people are going through coins because there ain't none here. I mean, I'm looking at coins that I've already looked at 4 times, making sure I didn't miss nothing.
All right. Let's see. I think I saw another email in there.
But $1,000 worth of silver Kennedys. Spent 6 months going through them.
Or I could always go through this box.
Hooper, Hooper, Hooper. There you go. Well, you could send some of them to me.
More of those.
Yeah, I still got.
You gone through?
Send you back anything I find.
I've gone through 42 rolls out of 100 already.
Wow.
I've got $60 at the pennies. I went through about a year ago, and I think back to what my skill set was a year ago. It wasn't. It's not going to find a lot of this stuff.
I have a lot of BU rolls that I bought way back that I could probably go through and find stuff now that I missed back then that I didn't know about. But
Yeah.
I'll just work on the stacks.
I'll just bug Ken.
This stuff.
Ken told me yesterday I'm a nag.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I swear it. You can't prove anything.
I see. Oh, yes, I can.
Quick.
I guess he could have called
Right.
this Anthony.
I am a nag. I do nag him. If I didn't nag him, he didn't get anything done.
I might get something done.
Yeah, but not what I want you to get done.
Get a nap.
I need a good kick up between the running lights every now and then to get stuff done. So
I'll be happy to nag you. I'll be happy to nag you, Jeff.
Sure. Christy will love to have the help.
Yeah.
All right, we got one last email.
There you go.
This one Paula has to read.
Oh, I do? Okay. No, I'm not doing it. Okay. Cat and Jigger. Plancher issue. Found this gem the other day. The coin seems to be BU and great mint luster. There seems to be extreme scratching all over the plancher on both sides, which do not affect the design at all. There's also some odd anomalies inside the right side pillars on the reverse. Can you explain these scratches, which are of higher relief than the plain fields? Also with something, this can it still pull in high mint state grading? Plancher. I'm not saying it.
Planche.
Get a bit of a rim ridge on there.
Y'all stop picking on this man.
Planter. It's a dye deterioration on the planter.
Those are polish marks.
Dye abrasion, yeah.
Ty was getting clear near the end. Oh, look at those.
It's a clash there in Bay 3. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In Bay 9, those are clash marks.
Probably why there's all the dye polishing marks. Got some split plating at the top too. Not of the,
So that's been repunched a couple or clashed a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So you get a
wow.
later dye stage, right? The zinc, it's a lot harder than the copper. So when they're striking the darn things, you had some new developments. You won't find that rim ridge so much on coins before 1982. And you'll see that on the obverse, and it goes, it's pretty prominent.
mm-hmm.
It's a dye deformation problem is what's going on. So it's a later dye stage. Now they're behind his head. Are those jailbirds? No, there's some polishing marks.
Nice polishing.
They get above Liberty. Okay, maybe not. One more reason they did it was to remove clash marks.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. You get the bottom of Memorial going through the date.
Yeah.
Probably sticking out his back as well. And then the obverse and reverse dyes came together without a planchet in between. They left the imprint on the opposing die. There you go. Those are the bays, marks from the bays. It'd be the outline of the bay in the front. Now, if you look and follow Lincoln's chin, you'll see that over here in Bay 9. And they polished it to get those marks off of there. And then all these little fine striations. And because it was polished and the abrasion sunk into the die, right, just scraped up the die, it'll be raised on the penny.
Planter.
I'm liking it. I love clashes.
And I guess
some baguette.
Yeah,
I
when you
never
get
multi-class like that, so that's kind of nice.
he also asked if you can still pull in high mint state grading with this one.
you got a big spot under the date. That's not helping it out any.
Well, that big ridge ring is gonna. No.
Now you got a ding in the rim there by over by the 7.
A lot of split plate on the reverse too at the up in United. Look at the other picture; it shows
For
it better.
1987, you probably need to get MS 67 or 68 to
The other
the
picture shows.
premium on that. That's a shiner.
Yeah,
It's a nice example of
Yeah,
different anomalies.
for sure.
Very cool.
Windows.
Shay, are we out?
Well, no, I just got one from Ida. Let me load it up here.
All right, I have one that's ready.
Okay.
That I kind of more or less submitted on my own, just for this is for somebody I was working with on some Facebook stuff. I kind of want to get everybody's opinion. So
Go
just
for it.
give you a second to load those up.
Hey, if you didn't send it to the email address, we can't use it.
Hey.
We do anything we want.
A second here.
I do what I want.
I do what I want.
Whatever. I do what I want.
I do what I
All
want.
this is.
All right.
Oh, really? Do we have to look at him?
Yes.
That just creeps me out.
Hey, I get tagged on these nickels now on Facebook. So
I wonder why.
So that's usually what I wind up with. So let me drive for a moment. This is a 2017 D Jefferson nickel. So Paula, you can't find stuff in Denver. And it has, to me, I'm calling this a die gouge. I have somebody trying to argue that this is a double die, which I'm.
No.
It's a gouge / die dent, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
This guy found 17 of these exact same ones in a roll.
Yeah.
Die gouge.
Yep. He's
Absolutely.
probably thinking the roof, but
Right.
it's way too off.
Right. Well, it was the guy who submitted them was just kind of asking a question. There's a lot of people jumping in telling him to submit it.
Of course there is.
I was trying to calm everybody down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's.
I mean, if he found it in an OPW roll, it's not, it's not uncommon to find several of the same thing.
No, 17 seems a lot, but
No, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's if you find one in these in a BU roll, chances are you're probably going to find multiples.
right.
Now,
Right.
You can't take that as gospel. Maybe you will just find one. But you'll pick up experience and say, okay, I found this, 2 pennies in, chances are pretty good. I'll find 2 or 3 more. I found 12. What was that? 12 double die nickels a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I watched Jeff find several in a row.
They carved right into across the devices there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that thing that gouge is pretty deep for it to hit that pillar, but it goes behind the devices on the
Mhm.
right-hand window there.
So that suggests it's at an angle. If there's a deep area and a less deep area,
Yeah.
that also reinforces the idea that something hit the die.
Yeah.
So you're thinking perhaps a die dent as opposed to just a gouge, or I mean, I know technically a dent is still a gouge.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, gouge.
Yeah.
Hard to dent a solid hunk of steel.
Mhm.
Yeah, the edge of something.
Yeah.
Ding.
I think the thing that was throwing everybody off, and I think what everybody was hoping was that it was a double die because it's about the same width as one of the columns.
What was the year?
2017.
Yeah, not
There's
consistent.
no way.
Yeah.
Not with single squeeze. No way. But he's got 17 of them. I
not
think they're
even in
cool.
the
I think this
same
has a little bit of
direction.
character, and
If they're
You know,
thinking
I think
column, it's
you know,
not
it-
even
it-
the same
That'd be a
direction.
45-degree rotation.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Yeah.
big deal.
yeah, there's no way,
Mm-mm.
no way.
So that's the sort of thing I
Right.
would record.
Right. You would have other devices. Yeah.
Is it
So
full steps?
hopefully you'll listen. We'll save them a few bucks. Keep.
You know, I would, if I were you, I would just private message that person and not even deal with the other people in the comments.
We were. That's how I got.
Yeah.
That's how I.
Oh, okay.
That's how I got a hold of the pictures. I asked
Yeah.
them to send them in, and
Yeah, it's unfortunate that, you know, people, because of course that person's gonna want to hear that it's a double die.
of course,
You know, he's going, oh, well, why should I listen to this guy over here who's telling me, you know, it's a die gouge when these people over here are telling me it's a double die. So
Is that thing in the middle bottom gonna keep it from getting full steps? I see it from here.
yeah. No, I don't think it will. Honestly, I've seen him grade full steps and with stuff right there. They're more concerned about bridges on the inside pieces, right in the stuff going on inside the box, right there. But no, I think that'll easily still get full steps. But you know, full steps is so common after 1997. It's a surprise when they don't get full steps, and it's usually damage that causes it, not bad striking. Not poor striking.
Right. Well, I've got.
Captain Jiga has a question for everybody. He said, hey, panel, what's a good microscope that can take pics as good as you all? Apparently, I bought the wrong one.
Wow, this one was $15. No, $12. Where the hell are we here? Where's the? Oh, that is the home. Here you go. This is what I got. There it is. That's it. Amazon, generic, 2 megapixel, 1000x. The key difference is the stand. Now I got this for $12 because they come with this floppy knuckle stand, and I've got the stand from the old camera. I was able to just reuse, but with the stand, I think it's like $20. No brand. This is Lenovo, is what it shows up on the software as. The key difference in this is because it keeps the coin and the camera perpendicular to each other. The vertical stand makes all the difference, in my opinion. This is the duty right here.
Gotta have a stable stand.
So I have two. I have the one that Ken has like that. And then I have this one that Mantic has, that Shay has.
We're still looking at.
Both of them can take good pictures. The biggest thing I find is the lighting, getting good lighting. Both of them are capable of taking good pictures. This one right here is really good at, I can get the whole coin and get a good picture of the whole coin. This one, I can't get the whole coin. Ken said he turns his around like this and he can get the whole coin, but
The blues is showing that.
yeah, so.
Yeah, and I'm running the same thing. $20, can't go wrong. Two megas, takes great pictures. This is what? Ken, yours 1,000 times 2, right?
1000x, 2 megapixels.
Yeah.
You'll find some on the market that are 500x or listed as 500x.
No, they're not autofocus.
You're not going to be happy with it. But go for the 2 megapixel is the big deal.
1000x and 2 megapixel minimum.
Yep.
Neither one of the ones I have are autofocus. I have to focus them. But
I mean, look how freaking sharp this one is.
My first one was a 250x, and it was 40 days later I upgraded to 1,000.
yeah, both mine are. Well, ours is the one I have like yours is 1000x too, right, Shay? It's
Yeah.
yeah, and the other one, the cheap one I have is 40x up to 1000x.
I don't have autofocus on mine. I like to adjust it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want autofocus.
I've got one more coin from Ida that I'm kind of excited to share. She says, I'll ask, is this a clip? Not sure if this is man-made or a real clip. Would like
Shut
your
the front
opinion.
door, Ida. Where are you getting your coins?
And I would say it is a clip, and the evidence is right there.
Yeah.
You got the Blakesley effect opposite of this, and you've got the edges that are turned in. And we can look at the other side.
You got some MD on there.
Yep.
Blakesley on both sides.
Yeah,
MD everywhere.
Yeah,
that's a real clip.
that's a great coin too.
Oh,
Nice. That's a
Yeah,
sharp.
we need to find out where Ida lives so we go to the bank and buy boxes.
Right?
Because
But Ida, next
good
question.
stuff.
No, you don't get it graded.
Yeah.
I think Ida really wants to get a coin graded.
It's cheaper to buy one already graded.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
People
I told
listen
her-
and they send them in.
Yeah.
And they spend more on getting it certified than the coin is worth. So, geez, if you want a certified coin, there's plenty of them out there that are
Oh
cheap.
my God, I think that's a brilliant way to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that asks whether or not they should get it graded, they should go out and see if they can buy one and see how much it costs, and then compare that to the cost of getting it slabbed.
I think I did tell Ida last week, though, I can't remember what she had that she showed us that was so nice, but I told her that if it's a coin, it's sentimental to her because it's one of her first real good finds, and she has no intention on reselling it, just wants to have it, for her own, have it graded for her own collection to preserve it, or just to say she had it graded. That's different. But if you're looking if you are thinking that having it graded is going to increase the value, most of the time, no. Oh, the 1941, the double die that she had, the 1941.
It's the same coin in the slab or out of the slab. It's the same coin. It's the coin that has the value.
Yeah.
Certifying just makes it easier to sell.
Ooh, I have a trick for you guys with your cameras. Let me show myself here.
Show us the trick.
So a lot of these cameras come with software, and oftentimes the software is in worse, like it's just terrible software. It's probably put together in China, and
It has a virus.
Corona.
The software has a virus.
Corona.
yeah, and they can't even create a test kit right. So all right, so I'm not slamming on anybody or anything, but go down into if you have Windows, go down into your little search box there in the bottom left and just type in camera. All right, and use that software to see if you can get a higher resolution out of your microscope than you can get out of the crappy software that came with the microscope.
I have Windows.
I was able to get double the resolution, the correct resolution out of my microscope when I did that. And I could not get it out of the software.
Where do you type? I don't have a search thing in my Windows. What are you talking
On the bottom little thing, the little, it says type here to search. Are you using Windows 10?
I don't know what I'm using, Shay.
She's got an Atari.
You're asking the wrong person.
Search for camera.
And wait a minute, I think Ken's showing
I have
something.
the camera on here.
There we go. There you go, Ken.
Here it is.
Yeah, there you go. Ken's got it.
I have
Right.
camera.
Now he won't be able to do it because he's got the camera open. And
Oh, I got OBS. Okay.
You
Well,
can't do this right now,
yeah, I couldn't do it either.
but it's that bottom left corner.
So, and I do what now on that?
You just use it and click on the camera until you get the one you want, and then you can go into settings and set the resolution that you want, and it will give you all the options your camera supports.
Now that worked with just my camera didn't come with software. It's just plug and play.
I'm just going to act like I understood what you said.
Then
We'll play
your
with
life
it later. Another
becomes
time.
important when you get close in. Work with the thing.
Another time.
Did
That's
that
a really Shay. Thank you
Did you know that, Captain Jigga? You got it? Cool.
to them settings.
Yeah.
She says, "Whoa, didn't know that was a thing."
Yeah.
So just so everybody knows, we're Blue Ridge wants to come back on again. Not sure if he's going to be on next week or not. We're talking about maybe next week. So
Awesome.
yeah, so that'll be exciting. He's always fun. Sean's fun. He's a fun guy. He's a fun guy. He's a mushroom.
He's no mushroom. He's a fun guy.
The
He's
fungus
a
of one guy.
mushroom. He's a fun guy.
That'd be awesome to have him on again.
Yeah, that was fun. So look for that, everybody.
All right.
And if you guys aren't subscribed to everybody on the, each other and everybody in the panel, especially if you want to be notified, because we do, like Ken said, we change channel, go from channel to channel every week. And sometimes we don't even know until the day of who's going to have it. So,
Hey.
Sometimes at the last minute we gotta switch.
right? But yeah, last week we had to switch at the last minute. So just make sure you click everybody's bells. Not like it's going to matter right now, because nobody's
My
getting
Captain Jig is happy.
Yeah.
I just like Captain Jigga. I just like Captain Jigga. I like to say it. Captain Jigga. There's some fun names. Scrapping, hoarding, tinkering fun. Scrapping, hoarding, tinkering fun.
Ordering.
Like that one.
Get
And-
jiggy with it.
And Ha Ha Your Mom. I like those
That's one of
names.
my favorites.
We are out of email.
Out of email.
It is 9:20.
Wow, we get like the rest of the night off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Play a movie.
The gift of time.
What you got there? That's a 55 DDO number what?
This is FS 101.
Huh?
Left
Oh,
side
that's
and
Out of
above
that one you had?
left side and inside of the 9,
The
You can
eyeball.
see it in the eye.
Mhm.
and the eyes have it.
Yep. Metal circles. What are metal circles? Linda needs the floppy disk software. What? Who? What? I don't get it.
Oh,
I don't get it. What did I miss?
well, the first discs that came out were really on floppy disk after after you basically had the punch
He
card.
meant me.
After that was
He said me. Paula. He meant to say Paula. needs the
that's
floppy
because you can't find the search box on your version of Windows, meaning it's ancient.
Listen, it is no secret. Everybody knows. I only learned how to turn on a computer about a year ago. So whatever. It's not my fault. And I grew up in Silicon Valley.
Hey,
Right.
my first job at IBM had 5.25-inch floppy disk drive.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
And I was so excited when I got my first 1 megabyte drive. I was like, oh, imagine all the stuff we could do.
I had a 20 megabyte hard drive, a Seagate, and it was the size of like an encyclopedia.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I
Maybe
really
a
wanted to learn how to
You
It
were
Right.
sounded like you're making coffee, right? Yes. The Tandy 1000 floppy disk. Yeah.
There any more emails?
No.
That's
All
it.
right. I guess we'll go across. Any closing remarks?
Yeah, I got a remark from Metal Circles, but I'll save it.
I found something cool last night.
It's not appropriate.
I found something cool last night. You want to see it?
I did.
Yeah.
I loved Atari. No.
I don't know if you were there when I picked this up last night.
I did not even get the notification you were streaming.
I did, but I had to go make chocolate chip cookies.
I took a nap.
All right.
Yeah, when Ken can't be found, he's taking a nap or he's in his garage playing with his.
I did the lake lines. I did see that.
It's planting season.
Your
Right.
lake lines.
Looks like a 1990 D, right?
Well, it looks like a 1990 D.
Yeah, but wait for it.
You see the lathe lines around the back of the head, circular. Kind of hard to see.
Small.
Did you look to see if it's listed?
A 90 is listed as a year with lathe lines. Yeah,
Okay.
I've got it in the sand too.
Well, that's awfully deep in from the rim.
They are though on some of the denominations. They are known for being on towards the inside, and especially on the reverses. There's some that on the reverses that are known for being only towards the center. It's very odd.
So you can see they're kind of circular little lines going across this way, and you can kind of see them. There's some right there.
Now those look better.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. 1990 and 2001 are the ones you want to keep an eye out for. Check your better grades.
Well, I would just keep an eye out for anytime you see anything like that, if you see something like that, because they're not all known. I'm sure that there are more on other.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there are more.
Yeah. But
they're really common. They seem to be really common on commemorative halves.
Yeah. Yeah, but don't get stuck on just looking towards the outside. On the Lincoln cents, I don't think they've been found anywhere but around the outer. But on Jefferson's and other denominations, they're known for being towards the center. It's really, in fact, there's who's got the good is it Lincoln Cent Resource that has the good information on lathe lines?
Yeah, I gleaned what they had and put it on my blog. Yeah, Lincoln Cent Resource. Let me see if I can pull up that.
Error Variety has one too. Jason Collier. Yeah.
I guess Error Ref.
Okay. Yeah. Here, this one's got tons of dates listed. Hang on. I think this is the one that I studied.
So I guess they're
So there, check that one out, Ken.
The lathe shapes the cone-shaped face of the die, the unfinished working die.
Yep, that's
and, the cone is supposed to be polished smooth before it's hubbed, but sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, for Lincoln Cent, keep an eye for 69D, 61. What is that? 59D, 61D, 64, 64D. I can't read that.
Oh, there's
85, 88, 89, 90, 91, 93D. 96D is the most common. 2009 S Type 4 proof. 2010. Jefferson's 88D, 2000, 2008, 2008D. Kennedy halves, 90 and 2001. And most recently, the 82 Washington commemorative half. What the hell's that? Eric? Yours was a D?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a D. Look like that?
Blues, can you put him up on the front and center?
This is what I have. On
yeah, that looks like it.
Okay, that's a 1990 D.
Yep.
Wow. I'm going to have to get that.
So here's all the dates. Can you guys see this on mine?
Yeah, I'll put that up in the chat over here.
Is it showing it?
Can't see anything, Paula, but you.
You can't see it?
There's the link to my blog.
Well, what am I doing? It says share screen. Okay, let me see. Stop screen. Let me try it again. Maybe I did the wrong one. Lifelines, lifelines, lifelines. Hang Nickel YouTube, lifelines. Lifelines. Should be that one. That's not sharing it?
No.
Well, why not? Let me close these.
I don't know. Because Blue's is in the backyard taking a leak.
Oh, there it is. Oh, because Blues won't put my thing up.
He's on break.
Blues.
Blues. Ammo. Ammo. Come here, boy. Come here. Maybe get the dog to click a mouse.
You had one.
Try it this way.
So you shared your screen and he's not around to put it up.
I know.
Got it. Can you not share it on your screen?
Yeah.
Can you show it on your screen?
I was trying to do the tab, but it keeps wanting to open up a. another
Arlene says,
thing.
hey, those are nice hat
Yeah, we've been throwing them off all day.
Let's see my entire screen. Okay, I'll
And
just.
Ida had one earlier.
I'll just
had
do
that
my
many
entire screen.
She has that RPM. We showed it off at the beginning.
You see it now?
Trash.
No.
No.
What the heck?
What the heck?
Well, because Blues has to add it, I guess. It's weird because it should be able to just show on my thing, but it's coming up as a.
Do you have a scene on OBS where you can just do the screenshot? Because that's the way I do it. Just, you know,
Yeah.
there's the
Yeah,
screenshot.
hang on. I
But I
have
gotta bounce back and forth because otherwise you see the infinite screens with this thing.
hang on. Browser.
Gotta jump from that over to this.
You see it now?
No.
Yes, sir. I see it.
Well, you see it. But it's like smaller than my head here.
There you go. But yeah, we're not reading that.
Oh, because he has to present me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway. That's too bad. Well, somebody else pull it up. I put the link in chat.
All right.
It's right
I'm
there.
game.
Well, there it is. Well, you get the same thing. It'll just have it on my screen.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where'd it go?
Blues is a terrible host. We need
Blues.
He's fired.
He said he'll be right back.
How rude.
Okay, he's added some Kennedys in here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
P&D.
Anyway, y'all can go to that link I put up and check it out for yourselves because, you know, there it is.
Which,
There, I just put it in chat again.
thanks.
It's got all the.
Yeah, looks like I need to add some.
Yeah, there's a lot on that.
Ooh, I like that.
Link in chat? Oh, link in chat. Frank. Link in chat. I'll put the
So
link.
he has a 90p, has it, on his $50.
Yeah, there's
And
a lot.
he's got the 2001 as well. Okay, so my list is mostly correct. Cool.
Ida. You sent one more. I found Coin Roll Henning. She's so adorable. You're so excited, Ida. I like that. She's very excited.
Oh, she said she sent another mail.
She's got the fever.
You got the fever.
Pablo, what's in his Vita?
And Ida, I didn't tell him. I did not tell him the secret. They offered to. They were trying to bribe me to tell him. I would not tell
Oh, she's got.
You guys try to bribe her. I didn't see a thing.
him. I didn't tell him. Promise. I really want to, but I'm not gonna.
We'll squeeze it out of her later.
No,
Spike
they
the
won't.
Die Cracks wants to know
No,
if you
they
got the
won't.
well
They
fixed.
don't have anything I want. Well, Shay might. He's got some really nice half dimes, but
Oh,
yeah.
What's so funny, Shay?
No,
Nothing. Nothing.
your screen frozen though.
No, I'm not going to show him, Ida. Now you want me to too, Ida. I know you want them to know. You're gonna, yeah, you're like me. Ida's like, well, you can show them. Go ahead. Nope. Not
I
till
got
they
to
get it.
everything, so
Not till they get it. I want it to be a surprise. Email me and I'll send you some lapels to give out at Manticore. Manticore coins.
Now we saw this R the other day, didn't we? Or
You can send me some to give out, Art. What am I, chopped liver?
This is so straight. It looks like a bit of damage.
I'm
Yeah.
the one showing the dang thing off all night long.
Okay. The issue here is, well, it's kind of missing a T.
yeah, it is.
Kinda.
It's for fat people. In God we trust.
yeah, and trust.
You gotta trust.
I'm surprised there's scaffolding at the bottom.
What's wrong with this picture?
No
Same
FG.
date, 55D.
Die crack in the corner.
No FG.
No FG.
No FG.
Nope.
Floating roof.
Floating roof. No
Is
FG.
that also 59D? 55D?
See how skinny that A is? Did you see that A? See how skinny that was? That's dye abrasion right there too.
That wouldn't be a
I think
55D.
smiling at you.
Okay, that's a floater.
Floater.
Yeah, it's impossible for this to be the same coin as that one. It took me a second to figure that out. I think I need a
It's a
knife.
mule.
Oh, I get it now.
It's a mule. Don't you
And
hate
God-
when that
and
happens?
God we trust.
it took me a second too. It had me for about.
I hate it when that happens. It's so embarrassing.
Oh, that's great.
I'm just a man. With the lamb error, the lamb didn't get here.
She's been having problems with her email because she sent me tried 5 times to send me the same email this morning and it didn't go through, and then all of a sudden all 5 of them popped up.
All right.
So,
Yeah, that's what I got was those 3 pictures.
anyway, well,
Yeah, we're going on what? A little over 2 hours. How many emails we have? About what, a dozen?
Oh, easy.
We had 20, I think.
yeah, like I said, I think that,
Wow.
And 3 of them didn't come from Ida.
I'd really like to think that the reason that people aren't on and stuff like that is because they're spending time with their families and stuff. That's what I really would like to think, that they have turned off this thing here and shut down and are playing Monopoly and spending time with their families and making babies. I don't know.
Hey, they've been spending time with their families for 14 days. You'd be sick of them by now.
I
Maybe,
didn't like them to begin with.
Yeah.
maybe they're trying to figure out how to find the bodies.
I've seen more of my kids in the last 7 days than I have the last 3 years, I think. So that's
Baby, when are you going home?
Make me a sandwich first.
Get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich, will you?
get it your dang self. What? You got legs?
I just said, I'm not getting notifications.
I know.
It's been screwy lately. But it's the fact that people's regular routines have been
Jeff, don't rub your eyes.
the past couple of weeks. Mm.
Hey, I've been self-contained in here. It's pollen season. It's pine pollen season.
You know, they close the bars, they close the restaurants, they close the strip clubs. My life is pretty much exactly as it was for the past, several years.
Yeah, mine hasn't changed except that my grandkids are home all day.
Was it in Florida where the strip club sent out all the girls on deliveries?
Yeah. They got to keep them employed doing something.
I have no idea, but I gained 40 pounds this week.
Well, what were they delivering?
Oh, they didn't specify.
Herpes.
What was the
They deliver a rash.
Happiness.
The city
Herpes gonorrhea.
the city I live in has actually allowed some of the restaurants to deliver or do to go margaritas and drinks and stuff like that.
Saw that. They're doing that like in Washington. You call them up. Yeah, give me, a Bud Light and a pina colada. I don't know what the delivery charge is going to be on that, but Jesus. Good
Well,
thing
they
I'm-
don't want a bunch of people running around having DTs. That's what it is. Like, there's nothing worse than an alcoholic going through DTs. Yeah. I mean, you talk about pandemonium.
Hey, I tell you, the whole wonderful bright spot in all this is the fact that technology has kept us all together and communicate. Can you imagine if nobody could communicate right now?
You'd be like 1970.
Yeah.
God.
Worse. I mean, you wouldn't have Johnny Carson telling you there's a shortage or a run on toilet paper. So, but you would, if you didn't even have that. I mean, I'm so thankful that we can keep in communication because that's saved a lot of lives.
There wouldn't be a shortage of anything because the word wouldn't get out that New York is running out of toilet paper. So people in New Mexico had to go get theirs.
Hey, Ken, that's toilet paper porn right there.
Hey, Ken, is that for the giveaway tonight?
No. I got this. I'm trying to get these two chicks to deliver some ribs.
People free stuff.
Yeah,
we
You're
have.
looking
You know,
good.
I'm not interested in people looking for free handouts. They don't
No.
contribute as much as we'd like to see. So.
Hey, Ken, hold
we
that.
want
back.
people in here who really want to learn and, or just want to hang out with us because we're cool.
Yeah, nothing sucks in life than being locked away at home. And there's one roll left. Me, I got a whole field of toilet paper just saying, hey, use me.
I want
But
to
I feel sorry for those folks in apartments, inner city. There are no such things as trees around. What do you do?
Listen, Spikehead Die Crack, what we offer.
I love my tuba.
Hi.
I love my tuba. Or
When
toll.
the fail, just get that government block of cheese. You won't need any of that stuff.
There you go. Here's my plan B, just in case.
Cool kids. We the cool kids. Well, I don't know about that.
Sprayer-
We have fun.
Stainless steel bidet sprayer kit.
I'm just going to put a garden hose through the window.
I do a handstand when it's raining.
Oh my gosh, Art. I love building forts. I do that with my I haven't done it for a long time, but I used to build forts with my grandkids with blankets and stuff. I love that.
Oh yeah,
Put the fort in his living room, complete with internet and 3 monitors. Nice.
I'll keep the kids busy for hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
We used to take the mattresses out of the rooms and build forts.
Mm-hmm.
And no one could go to bed at night.
Got to crawl underneath the chairs and.
Yeah. That's the best. The blanket falling on your head. You're like, somebody put the book back on the chair on the other side and hold that blanket up.
Yeah.
Gotta tighten it up and stack books so that the blanket stays tight.
Oh yeah, then you stick the dog on top of the blanket while everybody's
Okay, I gotta make some more of this MS Plus because I had a little issue earlier today.
Oh, you keep it down.
He used to stop.
MS Plus. Don't leave home without it. And it's got antibacterial properties.
Did it involve jalapenos?
Pardon?
No, he ate those. He didn't share.
Oh, those are good, man.
I
Yeah,
need
what
to-
happened to you? Did it involve those awesome jalapenos?
I'm just impressed that a big thing of a masonry jar full of liquid made it through the mail.
Y'all see our new shirts? Did I show you? Did I
Oh,
show
look,
you
throw it away, the packaging.
our shirts?
Look at those. I mean, look at that.
Look at those. Look at those. Look, can you see him? Can you see our new shirt?
More water.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't see it.
Fancy Ida made those for us.
I looked.
Well, this is just the test one. Our real ones are coming next week.
And thank you again. I can't wait.
And what's with them?
I'm excited.
And what's coming with them?
Yeah, well,
What?
What's coming with them?
A big pile of dog poop.
That makes some compost.
It's a surprise though.
Hey,
I'm not
Check your
telling.
email.
I got 5 dogs here. How much more can I use?
No.
Now we're official.
Yeah.
No.
Official. And each of them say everybody's name on the panel. This one says hosted by Paula Bloom, and everybody's will say have their own name on them.
Ooh.
Very cool.
hey, we're gonna do a seminar.
No more coin seminar.
Roll with it, baby. Take it and run with it. It's all you.
I'm out. There,
It's a lot of work.
if you can get people interested in Shay, more power to you. We have tried and it's
Take
just
that
gone.
ball and run with it.
It has just gone downhill from the second one on. It just kind of pooped out. So
But I got other things on my plate right now, so
it's a lot of work,
let that
you know.
slip away. It'll come back.
I got it that time, Spike Ted.
Yeah. Each coin seminar weekend
Unfortunately.
takes about 2,000 emails.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the coin seminar, you know, it was a great thing in the beginning and a great idea. I think that, you know, I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe turning it quarterly was too much, too soon, or what. Shay, what? So you're up to something. What are you laughing at?
He's over there smirking like he knows something.
I know nothing.
I don't like that shit-eating grin you got on your face. I was gonna say it.
Yeah. And
Now this video.
Excuse my friend. Excuse my friend. I'm just gonna say it.
I said a 3-letter word the other day, and my whole video got demonetized. 3-letter word. I've heard people say 4 words. Ida wants us to look at another email.
I looked at it. It said lamination, but it was the overpolished die.
Oh, she sent another one.
Yeah, I looked at it. It was an overpolished die.
Oh.
Okay,
What
guys,
about
pay attention. Look at your email. She said that sounds like that's how Ida sounds in real life. Okay, guys, pay attention.
Yeah, you didn't see the other one.
Pay attention. I can't do a southern accent.
That is awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. She spilled the beaners.
No, she didn't.
Spilled the beaners.
Check your email.
what email?
Spill the beans. Get yourself a Corona roll.
Really?
No,
Let me see.
One roll is
Show
equal
it.
to 17
Show it.
rolls.
Let me see. Let me see, Shay.
Corona?
Okay, hold on. Let me download it.
Corona.
Corona.
Do 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 do. My Corona.
My Corona.
Y'all be careful. I got Corona all over me.
Woo! Okay, well, if I don't want to tell it, it's hers to tell.
I guess so.
What is that?
There's a partial shot.
Wait a minute, I'm missing something.
Oh, yeah, very good. She spilled it.
There's a side-by shot.
Whoa.
Those are hats.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And Ida is throwing those in as a gift.
Wow, I'm gonna keep one of these hat pins and stick it on there.
Y'all get over to Ida Herring's channel right now and subscribe to her.
That's right. Get over to her and
Or stick it in
subscribe
right
to
here.
her.
I'll put it like right here.
How cool is that?
That is awesome.
Yeah. We're all getting hats.
God love you.
My goodness.
I look like Cajun. All hat and no hair, just on the sides.
Flair.
You are just like me, Ida.
We'll be sporting some
At least I don't have to
flair.
be like biting my tongue for the next few days. Thank you very much.
For the next few minutes,
Oh, I want to tell them so bad.
as soon as you end the stream, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Don't tell Ida I told you. Even if it was sideways, that's right. Yeah. I'll share the other picture too.
Well, you guys don't forget to connect with all your loved ones. Teach them how to use Hangouts. Teach them how to use StreamYards. Teach them how to use whatever you want. Messenger. Just get in touch with them.
I started a group on Facebook, and it has 4 members and only 4 members. It's myself, my brother, and my 2 sisters. We got our own group.
Liberty Secret, this is my Linda Wallace necklace.
Yep, all
Now,
kinds of cool things.
A few days ago, I got another buddy of mine. He's got a Plex. I don't know, it's a website or something, but you can play movies. So I played the movie, put it on the screen, and did a screen share and a live stream, and watched it with what, 6 people or something like that.
Oh, that was
We
That
tore
was-
that movie up.
pee your pants.
The whole time.
That was pee your pants hysterical.
Little
I am not
MST
kidding.
3000 going on.
Yeah, we tore that movie up, man. It was not. That was a good time.
It was so funny.
I got some friends from college. They all got together, did a stream, like 9 of them, and they're just drinking for like 6 hours. You're watching, they start falling over. Oh, that's the end of him. Here goes Torque.
Yep. All right, y'all. Well, we go 2 hours and 20 minutes.
It is time.
Had 20 plus submissions in this week, so that's always appreciated. I was keeping an eye on the count. It looked like I had about a high of about 30 people, which is not bad considering what's going on in the world, and notifications not being sent out properly through YouTube. So thank you very much for that. 150 plus comments on the chat. So you guys stayed busy. Jeff, thank you very much. Ken, appreciate you. Paula,
Awesome.
thank you. Mantic,
Yeah,
it's always a
thank you.
pleasure.
Always
you.
fun.
Oh, Ken's got the masonry.
I'm gonna go, you guys. Have a good night. Everybody be safe. Stay calm. Don't panic.
Call your mom.
Call your mom. Tell people you love them. All right, I'm gonna go. Bye.
See you later.
All right.
All right, everybody, take care of each other.
Mhm.